Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we are back from a hiatus. My Christmas hiatus. I am finally back in the saddle. Hello, guys. This is the world's most dangerous podcast, Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray, and I am your host. And like I said, guys, we haven't talked in a while. I've taken about 3 weeks off for the holidays, and now I am back. I am back to address the things that we haven't had a chance to address. And you guys want to address whatever you want because I only can be on for a short period tonight because I got to go watch the football game that's going on right here, the national championship game that's going on right here in the city of Houston, Texas, man. And brother, the city is buzzing. We got Michigan and Washington going at it tonight, right here in the great city of Houston, Texas. What's up, Real Cool? And like I said, man, I'm back. I've been gone for a while. I know you guys got a lot on your minds. And whatever you guys want to holler about, want to talk about, we can be about it. I even got the guys on Instagram riding shotgun tonight. Wait a minute. What do we have here? Let me see here. Y'all can hear my phone ringing. Okay. But hey, man, you know, it is what it is. And hey, man, I'm glad to be back. I'm refreshed and I'm ready to go. I know y'all ready to go. Y'all know what we're talking about here. All right. We'll get that out the way. Who was that? Somebody asked me, do you think Derrick Henry will stay in Tennessee? No, man. He should have left last year. As far as I'm concerned, he should have left. Derrick Henry should have left last year. But he wanted to go out. You know, he did his tour of duty. He's done his tour of duty in Tennessee. Now it's time for him to go elsewhere. A 30-year-old running back, you know, can't command the money of a 27, 28-year-old running back. But, you know, he's did his due diligence in that town. And I think it's time for him and Ryan Tannehill to move on, man. I mean, you know, the youth of America is taking over in football. That's just the way it goes, man. Wait a minute. There go Dale, man. I thought Dale be working on Monday nights. Dale said, what's up, Ray Dog? I think Washington is going to give Michigan a big test tonight. Stevie is going to be a good game. I think so too, man. I think that quarterback for Washington, Michael Penix, that dude is the real deal, bro. And as long as that dude is upright, if they don't get pressure on him, this dude will eat him alive. I think that kid might have the best arm talent in the NCAA. The kid in LSU, close, but that kid, he got the best arm talent I've seen this year in college football. And I can see why their team is undefeated. It's his business. Wait a minute, the Queen, there go the Queen. What's up, Queen? The Queen, she said, congrats to the Steelers. Yeah, man. You know what, Queen? Queen, you know, I've been going round and round with stupid-ass people on the internet. I mean, on Facebook and different outlets like that, and Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Talking this shit all year long about Mike Tomlin needs to be fired. They need to blow the whole thing up. You know, it just behooves me that people that don't know shit about professional sports always are the first ones to got an opinion about shit they don't know nothing about. Because if you knew anything about the Pittsburgh Steelers organization. They don't do that. They don't do like the Cleveland Browns or the Houston Texans right here, or some of these other teams, or the Cardinals. They just fire people left and right and fire people. New coach, new GM, new player personnel every other year. Never build an identity, and they're always in the goddamn cellar. They might go to a playoff game every 6 or 7 years, and this, that, and the other. If you have no structure, you have no team. You're just scenery for the public. That's all. You're just scenery for the public. That's all. Steelers don't make no rash judgments like that. 3 coaches since 1969. Now, all of a sudden, all of these people think Mike Tomlin has forgotten how to coach. It ain't Mike Tomlin's fault that Big Ben, fat ass, Kentucky Fried Chicken eating ass, six-pack eating ass, fat as fuck as he's getting older, don't take care of himself. It ain't his fault that they want to keep him around. And then when he finally leaves, who did you go get? Mitch Trubisky? That's not his fault. He's not the GM. And then who do you draft? Kenny Pickett? That's not his fault. This cat ain't NFL ready, and I don't know if he'll ever be. But most people that talk about sports don't really know shit about sports. That I know for a fact. That I know for a fact. Oh, we ain't won a Super Bowl. One clown on Facebook. We ain't won a Super Bowl since 2012. Some people ain't won no Super Bowls at all. What about that? The league is changing. The parity is so close right now. Yesterday, all those games that was on, except for a couple, had a significant interest in somebody going to the playoffs at the end of the year. All those games don't play all the way till last night. That's how the NFL won it. That's what this called parity. That is what's called parity. That's what they want. They want as many teams as possible, 20, 25, for their fans to feel as though we got a shot to make it in the tournament all the way to the end of the season. It ain't like years ago when you knew Tom Brady, Big Ben, or Peyton Manning was going to be in the Super Bowl for the AFC. Except for the 1 year when the Raiders got in. Those days are over. Okay, the Kansas City Chiefs got hot a few years ago. Okay. Look at the coach. Look at the quarterback. And look at the team, the Hunt family. They go out and spend money and get good people. Okay, but look at them now. Now they're on the downside. It only lasts for so long. But nothing happens by osmosis. Nothing. You got to earn your way. So people yesterday, some other people I had to deal with them. Oh, they got lucky. How the hell you get lucky in the NFL? To get in a position to do something, you must first put yourself in position to do it. You can't just sit on the bus stop. You got to do something to get in position to continue on. That's luck. And then you're talking about a guy like Mike Tomlin. Who in this league can take a team to a playoff with the likes of Mitch Trubisky and with the likes of Kenny Pickett? And then even Mason Rudolph. Because the way Mason Rudolph been playing the last 3 weeks, we've never seen Mason Rudolph play like that. How do you win with no offense in the NFL? How do you do that? It's called coaching, ladies and gentlemen. It's called coaching. Yeah. And if anybody think it's that easy, like I said, look at the Kansas City Chiefs. Look at their coach. Look how long he's been around. Look at the lineage of where he came from. This guy done won just as many games with the Eagles as he did with the Kansas City Chiefs. Because he's that good. He's been around that long. Yeah. Coaches come and go. But the good ones stay around for a while because they know what they're doing. And Mike Tomlin is one of those guys. He knows what he's doing. Some people just, their bigotry is just coming out though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they want to hate on the brother. Yeah, I said it. But I'm going to tell you like I tell everybody else. You're not a real Pittsburgh Steelers fan because nobody travels like a Steeler. And we don't bitch about it. We be about it. Because if we fucked it up, we'll fix it. Unlike other people around the world want to blame this guy, want to blame this, want to blame that. No. We take accountability for our fuck ups. Because if I fucked it up, I'll clean it up. We don't go run back to the fort when things get tough. That's the Steeler mentality. It's been my mentality since 1972. Yeah, I ride and die. I've been through the bad years. Anybody, Chuck Noll won 4 Super Bowls in 6 years. But then after the players got old, it wasn't the same anymore because the league was changing. The league was changing. But you know what Chuck Noll said his best coaching season was? It wasn't no Super Bowl years. It wasn't the 8 playoff games in a row. His best coaching year, he said, was 1984 when he took a lot of nobodies to the AFC Championship game and got beat by Dan Marino, who was the hottest quarterback in the league at that time. That's coaching. When you can take nobodies and make them believe. Make them believe. And you don't back down. You win, you win. You win as a team, you lose as a team, and you fight together as men. That's what football is about. I'm just talking to all the dumbass imbecilics that don't know, that think this shit is easy, that ain't never played shit in their life, never been athletic in their life, never been on a team sport in their life, never accomplished shit in their life. But they get on these little keyboards like mine right here, and you punch in bullshit. That's your bigotry and your emotion talking. Because you don't know what you're talking about, especially as it pertains to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ain't no punk in us. Ain't no bitch in us. None. You don't never see Steelers in the news other than Antonio Brown a few years ago, and you get rid of them. You don't want to go along with the program? Goodbye. Anybody seen him since? He been a walking fuck up ever since. Nothing against the guy, but I'm just saying. You started out humble, and then you turned into what you really are. What do they say? Money turns people into what they really are. Yes, I've seen it 1,000 times. Got to realize I'm from the professional wrestling game. If you don't think I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Money turns you into what you really are. And I've seen it. So at the end of the day, win or lose, somebody hit me today and said, oh, y'all going to get put out in the first round. So what? That wasn't what you were saying 4 or 5 weeks ago when you was calling for a man's job. The Ravens. Queen knows this. Who beat the Ravens this year? They ain't lose but one in who beat the Ravens? And who beats them every year? Pittsburgh Steelers. As good as they are. Harbaugh, him and Tomlin came in a year apart. How many down years he's had? How many down years? I mean, years where he didn't even make the playoffs and didn't even have a winning record. But he fought back. Now he's got the team back on top again. But see, he didn't wait for his quarterback to get old. He brought in a stallion to replace him. The Steelers made that mistake. They didn't bring in a stallion to replace Big Ben. They didn't. Because he knew Joe was on his leg. He knew Joe was getting older and was still requiring big money. Hey, it's time to get us a young guy. Steelers should have did the same thing. It's one thing I can say about Harbaugh. Don't wait for the guy to get old. It's better to get rid of a person a couple of years early than a couple of years too late, and that's what the Steelers did. But that's not the coach's fault. That's the GM. Ozzie Newsome is much different than the guy, Kevin Colbert. These are things people don't know shit about. They just listen to that shit on the radio, listen to that shit on social media, listen to the shit on television, that people are talking about things that really have nothing to do with real structure of what's going on, because they don't know. They're not in the locker rooms. They're not in the meeting rooms. So they're just entertaining you. They're just entertaining you, keeping you dumb. And then people come out and regurgitate this shit as if they know what they're talking about. You dig? You don't know what you're talking about. Who knows? Who out there really knows the measure of a man's heart by watching TV and listening to radio talk shows? And you really think you're being smartened up? You know how many professional football players I know? You know how many professional football players that I played against in high school that went on to be Hall of Famers? You know, you know how many professional football players I done met over the years that I know right now that I still talk to this day? I'm not some Johnny come lately. Yeah, I'm not some Johnny come lately. I do my homework, and I don't get it from television or the radio. Never have, and I never will. When I talk about things, I talk from a whole different avenue. Whole different avenue. Whole different avenue at the end of the day. And that's what pisses me off about people. Monkey see, monkey do. Jump on the train. Say the same thing everybody else is saying. And then got the nerve to make little memes and stuff like that. That's why America is in the position that it is. America is in the position that it is because look at the people that's in it. A country is a reflection of the mindset of the people. Power off. And if you dumb enough to go with it, fight against your neighbors, act as though this is religion or that is religion, and you steadfast about it, you get it. You get what you get, and you reap what you sow. Yes. You get what you get and you reap what you sow because you're too goddamn dumb to see what's really going on. People always ask me, hey, man, do you look at the news? Fuck the news. I'm not going to be brainwashing and inundated by bullshit. The news ain't nothing but entertainment, just like pro wrestling. Politicians ain't nothing but pro wrestling, just pro wrestling. They ain't out to help you, uplift you. And even when they do, you ain't satisfied. You're not, because that's how you built. That's how they got you, making you think you somebody, and your word counts, or your opinion counts. It doesn't. But you ain't got to believe me, because I ain't down with the shit. I ain't down with it. I'm down with when I do my homework. I'm down with that. I will always bet on me before I bet on some other sucker. Always. I'm that confident. And that's why I roll with my team. Win or lose. Win or lose. Make the playoff, good. Don't make the playoff, good. Because I'm a real fan. I'm not a phony fan. I'm not that guy that like to talk shit when things are good and then blame the world when things are bad. No, brother, if I fucked it up, John, that's where I am with my. If I fucked it up, I'll fix it. Just give me a little time. I'll fix it. That's me. I'm going to bet on me. I know me. Everything I've ever tried in life, I was pretty good at it. Might not have been the best, but I was pretty goddamn good at it. Yeah. Hey, game ain't hard and ain't nobody barred. Give me a shot. I think I can do it just as good as you. And if not, I'm going to die trying. If I don't, okay, I gave it a shot. I ain't scared. I don't give a shit what people say about me. I don't care. Oh, Stevie Ray's an asshole. Yeah, at times I am. Thank you. I'm not going to deny it. That's me. I like me. I'm like T.O. I love me some me. Ooh, yeah. Love me some me. Because every day I get up out of my bed and I walk to the bathroom and take a piss. And after I get through taking a piss, I go look in the mirror to get ready to wash my face. And I see me. And you know what I say? I love that guy. That's right. I love him. Because I can count on that guy. That's me. Any day of the week. If I'm your friend, I'm your friend. You can count on me. Ask anybody. But if I don't like your ass, fuck you. I could care less if you fell off a goddamn cliff. I don't care. And I ain't ashamed to say it. That's me. Because I know don't nobody give a shit about me. If something happened to me tomorrow, who gives a shit? Other than the people that love me or care about me. So you think I get up worrying about what somebody say about me? Kiss my ass. As long as you don't step across the line, we good. Because see, I know what this world is about. I know the world I live in. And I know when people shoveling me bullshit. I know it. The principles of life. The principles of life. Yeah, the principles of life. I live by my principles. You'll never hear me say, I'm blessed. Because you know why? Anybody that's born to live on earth, to me, is blessed. Or just because I got more than somebody else or something going good for me, I'm blessed. You ain't gonna never hear me say that. By the mere fact that my mother got with my father and they had me and I came out the womb, I'm blessed to just be here. Serious business. I'm blessed to be here. And if you're here, you got a purpose. And if you got a purpose, go get it. Everybody's got a purpose. How bad do you want it? You don't hear me blaming nobody for nothing. You hear me bringing up how things are historically and how they got the way how they are. People always talk about how things are, but they never want to talk about why are things the way they are. You have to trace back how things the way they are so it don't happen again. Or to fix something. I'm in the cars. Everybody knows that. To fix a car, you got to get down to the root of why the car broke in the first place. It's the same thing in life. It's the same damn thing. Don't overlook it. When you check engine light come on, well, the car is still running good, so I'll keep driving. Keep driving. And when it breaks down, don't say shit. One thing leads to another. Don't say shit. Because the check engine light mean what? Something's wrong. And when something's wrong, go take care of it. That's all. Go take care of it. Well, I was too busy. Well, you be taking Uber or the bus now, or you out of $3,000 for something that would have cost $100 to fix. Yeah, everybody's got a purpose. What's yours? Trying to demagogue somebody else, talk down on somebody else, blame somebody else. That's the easiest shit in the world, is to go along with the group. That is how I raised my daughter. I used to always tell her, the easiest thing in the world is be like everybody else. It's so easy to think like everybody else. It's so easy to regurgitate the same bullshit. It's so easy to be in a situation where you don't think for yourself. And by the time you realize it, you're in a quandary. Forget the crowd. That's what I used to tell my daughter. She's a little girl. Forget the crowd. Make your own path. And don't give a damn about what nobody says. Because at the end of the day, be you. Be you. Anybody can be like everybody else. It takes a strong mind to stand alone and do what you want to do, especially if you ain't bothering nobody. Yeah. But anyway, at the end of the day, I'd rather fail on my own than trying to run with somebody else. I'm failing because of them. And we all go through that coming up. We all go through it. But somebody do it to the day they die. Or listen to people provocating bullshit. And they like it. Because they're so ingrained in it. They like it. They love it. I need it to make myself feel like I'm better than somebody else. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, you know what those people out there, them people ain't better than nobody, man. Ain't better than nobody. If I can help you, I'm gonna help you. If you're my friend. Because I know you do the same for me. I know that. And the people that have always act like my friend, but come to find out they never were my friends, I don't fuck with them no more. No, I don't. And don't give a shit. I don't fuck with them no more. Because you showed your true colors. If you're my friend, be a friend. If I'm your friend, I'm gonna be a friend. But if you in front of my face being one way, but behind my back something else, man, fuck you. Give the shit. I don't. You only get one life. You only get one life. One. What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with it? Ride everybody else's bullshit? Or do something conducive in life to uplift other people, to help other people? You got a purpose. Ain't nothing wrong with helping somebody else. Ain't nothing wrong with uplifting somebody else. So why is that so hard? The easiest thing in the world to try to demagogue somebody. Put them down. I even had a guy this week on Facebook tell me, oh, Mike Tomlin is this, Mike Tomlin is that. That's how we got on this conversation, ladies and gentlemen, if you wasn't listening from the beginning. Oh, Mike Tomlin sucks, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. The Steelers are out of the playoff, you know. When the Browns won the game the other day, they eliminated the Steelers. Right then and now, you already know this dude's an idiot. You're a fucking clown. You're a fucking clown. Who you been listening to? Apparently you don't watch football. So then after last weekend, when the Steelers won the game, you know, which keeps their playoff hopes alive, not this weekend, but last weekend, I DM'd him, and guess what I said? I said, hey, sucker, do you want to apologize? Do you want to apologize to me now for all the bullshit you said? He didn't respond. So after they won this week, I went back and I was going to tell him again, you still want to apologize? But guess what? He done blocked me. He blocked me. Yeah, because you know I'm finna get knee deep in your ass. That's what you know. I was about to I was about to lower the boom. Big elbow off the top. That's what was about to happen. This punk was about to get slapjack. So he got the hell out of Dodge while the getting was still good. Messing with me. Dumbass. I just want to know how that feel. To think you smart as hell, but in actuality, you dumb as fuck. How does that shit feel? Can somebody tell me? You think you're smart as hell, but you're the dumbest motherfucker on earth. How does that shit feel? Can somebody please tell me? I would like to know. And then won't even confront the person that's been trying to edify, been trying to edify your idiocy. And you get the hell out of Dodge. Punk ass. I love people like that. I love it. Because of your bigotry. Yeah, I said it. And I say it again. I don't know what that fucking shit feels like. So I just want somebody to tell me, how does that feel? How good does that shit feel to a person? I just want to know, man, because I'm I just don't know how they feel, man. I mean, to have concessions about people for no fucking reason just because of their existence. How does that feel? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, I wanted to come on tonight. Jimmy, as you guys know, usually we have Jimmy on Monday nights, and I wanted to get into it with Jimmy about this Cat Williams interview. Real cool. Did you see that? Kush, did you see that? How is Jimmy? I don't know, man. I guess he okay, man. Me and Jim ain't in the same city. He good though. Uh Real cool. Did you see that? Man, I was in stitches, brother. I just want to know the reason I want to talk with Jimmy about it, because Jimmy is a comedian, and he's in that wait a minute, Kush, what you say? 33 million people. 34 million. Who was that saying? Notorious saying Money Maker Mike. Cat Williams on another level. Notorious. I didn't even know it went down. I tripped over it. I thought it was old. I thought it was an old interview. Because we're coming out the holidays and stuff. So I thought it was an old interview. And then I started looking and said, wait a minute, this just released. I can't remember, it was a day of, a day before, when I just saw like a 30-minute clip though. And I was like, oh my God, he's going in, man. And then my daughter's working out at the gym day before yesterday. No, Friday, I think it was. My daughter's working out at the gym. My daughter seen the whole hour and 47 minutes. And she started giving me, she said, Daddy, you got to watch the whole thing. I said, baby, I seen a couple of clips, 2 or 3 clips, and they pretty much all showing the same thing. And then I seen the one that was like 36 minutes. And I guess it was like at the beginning. So I tried to watch the whole thing. I just haven't had time yet, man. He was in his feelings on the interview, in my opinion. Brother, I think, Notorious, that's an understatement. In his feelings, this dude, oh my God, bro. Ooh. Now, Kush just said, my boy Ariel Spears, comedian, had the most mature response to that video. I saw Arius. I saw his deal last night, but I was damn near about to go to sleep, so I don't remember it verbatim. But I do remember him being very articulate about his a rebuttal. But you know what trips me out? You know what trips me out? That all these people, I'm like this. The reason I'm bringing this up, if I was one of those guys that he talked about, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to say nothing because this thing is getting too much attention. So I'm not going to say nothing I don't want to put fuel on the fire. I don't know how y'all feel, but that's just me. I'm be like, hey man, whatever, man. You know, you do you, I'm gonna do me. I'm not coming back on that. We was talking about Steve Harvey wearing the wig. Oh my goodness, man. My stomach was hurting. I'm gonna tell you this. And we got to get Jimmy on the show, man. I'm gonna tell you this. Cat, that was not stand up, but it was the funniest thing I had ever seen on YouTube in my life. I don't know how y'all feel about that. That was the funniest thing I was. The way that guy articulates himself, even when he's talking serious stuff and being serious, he's still funny. You're right, Calcutta. It did sound like a roast. Woo! Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ, man. Oh, oh my God. Where is this going from here? 34 million views. That was cool, real cool. When he said sitting up on here on the couch looking like a big walrus. Oh God. Oh God, Lee, man, come on, man. I'm gonna tell you something, man. This is the honest to God truth, man. And I tell you no lies. This is the honest to God truth. That little 30-something minute clip that I saw made my day, man. I'm not agreeing right or wrong, but I just came out of my day feeling good because I had laughter. I had laughter, and it just made me, it just uplifted my day, man. I don't know if y'all felt like that. Who is this? I still didn't see it. Cat been saying the same thing for years. Now people listen because it's on a bigger platform. You're right. You're right. Who is that? Nightcups? Yeah, you're right. You 100% right. Yeah, he has been saying that for a long time. He has. But man, and I honestly think that's why he went on Shannon's show, because it's unfiltered. You can't do this on network television. You can't do this on a radio show. You can't do this on some, stuff that's owned and under the FCC. You can't do that because it's going to get, you know how they chop stuff up and this, that, and the other. And they got all these rules and legality rules and regulations and stuff like that. So he goes to the super popular podcast that Shannon Sharpe, that's getting bigger and bigger and bigger every year. Shannon's guests are getting bigger and bigger. Oh, and to the person that told me, since I'm talking about this right now, I can't remember who it was, but if you're listening, the person that told me Shannon Sharpe leaving Undisputed, that Skip Bayless got and had these great shows and this, that, and the other, do you believe me now? Whoever that was, do you believe me now? Nobody wants to see Skip Bayless tired ass no more, because this is the deal. What did I say back then? One guy is a personality. One guy is a talent. A talent will always outshine a personality. You know why? People don't gravitate to him because of his looks. People gravitate to him because of what comes out of his mouth. He's entertaining. Skip Bayless got a podcast. How many people look at that bullshit every week? He don't even look at his own podcast. And now the show has fell down to almost the bottom on Fox Sports because Shannon Sharpe is not there anymore. Go ahead, Shannon Sharpe. Now Skip Bayless even got Lil Wayne on Fridays. Michael Irvin, Keyshawn Johnson. All these guys. It looked like Vanilla Ice with the black dudes dancing in the background. That's what the show looked like now. Skip Bayless is Vanilla Ice. You know how they always have to do. Always got to have the brothers dancing in the background. Not saying that Keyshawn them, but I'm saying this is what it looks like when Vanilla Ice first came out. Ice, ice, baby. ice, ice, and got the brothers dancing in the background. Oh my goodness, man. You can't make this shit up, man. I'm sorry. Can't make it up. Oh my God. He did say Steve Harvey looked like Mr. Ah. Hey man, I don't even want to get into what he was saying, man, because y'all gonna make me y'all gonna make me start laughing, man. And Steve Harvey is a friend of mine, bro. Yeah, man. Steve is a friend of mine. Me and my brother, man. And you know, like Steve Harvey's bodyguard, uh, and I used to work out together. Uh, so when I hear these things about it, man, I don't want to laugh, but damn, man, it's funny, man. I mean, you know, I ain't saying I'm close to the guy, nothing like that, but I met him several times, and oh my God, he even roasted me and my brother one night at his club that he used to have in Dallas, man. And I swear to God, I'm laughing at myself now because he making jokes about us. I laughed so hard, man. I couldn't even see straight, man. I never laughed that hard in my life in front of everybody. So I ain't got nothing but love for Steve, man. But hey, man, I ain't never had to deal with him on a personal level like these guys that's his peers, man. Queen says she can't stand Steve Harvey and D.L. Hewley and Kevin Hart. Just don't like him. Queen, why you don't like him? Why you don't like him, Queen? What they do to you? 2 hours and 46 minutes. Oh yeah, 246, 247 right in now. And man, what can you do, bro? What can you do? Real Cool said he not a Steve Harvey fan. Man, what y'all got against Steve, man? You know? But hey, everybody got their own choices of comedians that they like. See, I knew these guys from way back, man. Me and Ahmed Johnson used to have our own security company together. And one of our contracts was the Arena Theater here in town in Houston, Texas. And we used to have those Def Comedy Jams come through every so often. So I got to meet so many of these guys, man, back in the day, man. And, you know, that was 1990, 91, 92, right in there. Oh, man, a long time ago, brother. And that's when a lot of these guys were just getting started, man. Bernie Mac, DL, all of them, man. Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey, so many of them, man. And, you know, Living Color was out at that time also. So, you know, that was my time, man. You know, that was a very, very good time in my life, man. And I still remember it. Now to see these guys all these years later, so many of them been prosperous, man. I was just all down for them, man, to see people make it, you know. But, you know, who was that? J-Tel? You see Ryan Garcia ducking Devin Haney. You know what? I think Ryan Garcia doesn't need to be fighting a Devin Haney. I think he'd be better off fighting Rolly Romero, because I honestly believe that's why they put the strap on Rolly Romero, to get him an easy win and take one of those titles at 140. But stay away from Devin Haney. Devin Haney's got that good. Seriously. Devin Haney is that good. As long as he stay away from people like he's talking about going up to welterweight to fight Crawford, he doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to do that. But I'll watch it. But that's just my advice. The little I know about boxing, stay away from Crawford. The dude is a killer. He's a killer. Serious business. He's a Frank Nitti in sheep's woven. Stay away from him. He's too young and too good in his career right now. So beat the easy guys before you get up to the top guys. Build your name a little bit more. But what the hell do I know? We're going to have a lot of guests like that to talk about that this year. Got a lot of good guests going to come up and talk about things like that. Matthew just said Deontay Wilder got this. Man, I'm not going to even talk about Deontay Wilder, bro. He's not even worth the conversation, Matthew. Let's be honest. He's not even worth it. You get out there and look like straight garbage. Garbage. And they're trying to put you in a position to make $50 million. Matthew, if I'm in position to make $50 million, Matthew, you my boy and all. But brother, I don't care what it takes. If I have to take a double barrel shotgun and do what I got to do, Matthew, I can't let you get in front of this money, bro. I'm sorry. And if you was in the game like I'm in the game, you already know what I'm talking about, bro. Now them Saudi Arabians done pull the money off the damn table. Now I can't get my big bad because of you, Matthew. $50 million for one night's work. Can't let you do it, Matthew. But if you beat me, what can I do? Can't make excuses. I'm just going home with no money. Now you done put yourself in position to take my money. Calcutta said, when is Ronnie coming back? You know, Ronnie been doing his own podcast, man. So he's not as available as he used to be. But we're still going to try to get him on, though. Still going to try. But we still got Reggie to come on. And Reggie, speaking of Reggie Johnson, Reggie's going into the Boxing Hall of Fame, y'all. So we're going to congratulate him. And we're going to get him on the show and talk about that also. So couldn't happen to a nicer guy. He's one of my best friends, man. And he's a good dude, man. He represents Houston, Texas. You know, he's a champion. And we're all proud of him, man. He's going in. He'll be immortalized, man, forevermore, man, for what he did in boxing. So we're going to get Reggie back on, and let's all congratulate him, man. If you can, go on Facebook, look him up, man, and tell him congratulations if you can, man. He would appreciate it because he's a good dude, man. Kush said, let's get Cat on the podcast, man. I don't think Cat, remember he said on the deal, he doesn't do them. Remember he said that, Kush? He said he doesn't do them. And who was that saying? No need for the beefing. Yeah, do you agree with that each? No, I don't, man. No, I don't, because it becomes something that I don't like, man. I really don't like, especially high profile people, especially African Americans, you know, getting to these kind of beefs and the whole world talks about it. And it's like we are very good at that shit, man. We're very good at it. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I came up at a time where music was real music. Entertainers were real entertainers, and they never put their laundry out in front of the public, especially black people. Now, white people put their laundry out in the public back in those days, but black people didn't. We always kept our stuff, our cars close to our heart, because we never wanted to look like we're beefing with each other, especially when we're trying to make strides for the betterment of our people and our communities. But in the latter years, man, in the later years where they started to use the African-American plight to do this, to make money off. So now it's running rampant. That's just the way I see it. It's running rampant now, and we do it better than everybody. And that's sad. It's really sad. A guy hit me up the other day and was asking me about the beef between my brother and Ahmed Johnson. And I'm like, hey, man. And he's like, hey, man, you know, we need to, I know you got your brother's ear, you know, they shouldn't be beefing like that in public. And I'm like, first of all, who the fuck is you to tell me who ear I got. Motherfucker, you don't know me. And you don't know their situation. So shut the fuck up and stay in your lane. Fuck you talking to. Hit me up on Instagram like you know me. You don't know me. Stay fucking your lane and stay out of grown folks' business. But hey, they're grown. They're both men. And they'll work it out. And if they don't work it out, so be it. But how does it bother you? And then you hit me up like we know each other. Man, go kiss a left nut. I can't stand people like that. If you're a fan, be a fan. You're a moderator now? Hell out of here. But that's what I'm talking about. I don't like it. But one is my brother and one is my friend. So what can I do? That's their business. They'll handle it. I don't like seeing it either. I really don't. But hey. AWI, what's going on, brother? You know what I'm saying? That's life. That's life. You got the unmitigated gall to hit me up and, hey, is that real? What is that real? Is that a work? What? When did I become buddies? Okay, let me get off of that, man. I'll be pissing myself off sometime, man. I gotta be cool, man. I'll be pissing myself off. But hey, man, I just want to come on tonight, chop it up a few of you guys, man. I'll have more time next week. Each comedian, who is that saying that? Each comedian suffer their need for beefing. Shout outs to Ricky Smiley for handling. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it gets to that, but it's normal nowadays, brother. I don't like it. And that's what I'm writing about in my book. I don't like it. But a lot of times, the powers that be turn people against each other. What I'll give my assessment, and that's going to be it. These guys all know their own truth. Me being a fan of most of them, the only thing I want them to do or care about them in any way, shape, or form, it just make me laugh, man. I pay good money for entertainment. Just like when people pay good money to see me do what I do. I pay good money for entertainment because that's what the world is about. But the beefing and stuff like that, no, I don't agree with it. But it's still funny to a degree because this is something like we've never seen before. But at the end of the day, everybody's living their own truth. Whether Cat Williams is right or whether those other guys are right about what they're talking about, so on and so forth, when he was saying they was on the show lying. I don't know. But I'm gonna stay in my lane, man. And I hope those brothers work it out because I love them all. And what I'm saying is, I don't like to see this from our people and our communities. But at the way the world is now, hell, what can you do? What can you do? I tell you what, you could put all of those guys on a comedy tour together and they could sell out arenas all over the country. Yeah. So if they were smart, they all get together and get rich from all of this. That's just me. But what do I know, bro? Well, we're gonna finish the show with that, man. Another thing, man, I injured my elbow, man. I injured my tricep. So that's been keeping me from working out like I want to. I've been working out, but I just can't work out with heavy weights like I usually do. So I'm starting to feel it, but I'm getting back in the groove. Old Ray Dog will get it back. I've been injured before, came back, hadn't been injured in a long time. Only thing set me back is a couple of illnesses that kind of slowed me down over the last few years, not a couple of years, but a few years. But that's easy. But when you hurt something, man, and it hurts, you hurt something, to tear something, and this, that, and the other. That's a whole nother ball game, man. And it's kind of hard to come back from, man. I'm an older guy now, man, so I don't heal as fast as I used to, man. But I still got the drive. But hey, guys, out there on Instagram, man, hopefully I'll be back on tomorrow night.
You've got mail.
And we'll go from there, man. Okay? See you guys tomorrow. Because I got to get ready to go watch the game. Peace. Okay, guys. Okay, let me get this out the way. Yeah.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing. Bluetooth connected.
Well, I didn't tell Jimmy I was coming on tonight. I did send him an invite, though, but I didn't get a chance to tell him because I got in late. So I just wanted to come up and talk with you guys because we hadn't talked in a while. And I'm glad you guys did you finally drop Sonny? Not all the way, man. He's still hanging on by a thread. Okay. He's still hanging on by a thread. But we might do a short show tomorrow. What about that? So at the end of the day, we'll see what's up, man. But like I said, man, appreciate everybody jumping on the big train. One more time, the world's most dangerous podcast. I am back from my hiatus. I am back from my sabbatical. I am back from just taking a little time off. And I am refreshed. And I won't regress at the end of the day. Because it ain't nothing to it but to do it. That's it. Another Stevie Ray proverb. It ain't nothing to it but to do it. Don't think about it. Be about it. And I promise you, you take those two proverbs and you put them together. And guess what? You will land on your feet. Guaranteed. Okay, gang. At the end of the day, you know how we do it. Be one. Peace.